Are you considering a move to Rehoboth Beach? Today's video, we're going to be discussing some reasons why you should not move here. Let's go. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Living in Coastal Delaware. I'm your host, Matt Lunden, and I'm a real estate agent here in Coastal Delaware. And like I mentioned in the intro, today we're going to be going over some reasons, some not so great things about living here in Rehoboth Beach. And before we dive too deep into the video, I do just want to say, please do me a favor, hit the subscribe button down below. That keeps you in the loop each week when we go live with these new videos. And then if you're someone who's considering making a move to the area, or you're thinking about making a move to the area, that's what I help you with every single day, and I've got your back. So my information will be down in the description. I'll throw it here on the screen. If I can help answer any questions or get you pointed in the right direction, I'd love the opportunity to work with you. So please don't hesitate to reach out, give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email, whichever's easier for you. Now let's dive into the video. Piggybacking off of last week's video where we discussed my 5 things and 5 reasons to move to Rehoboth Beach, I wanted to keep it real with you guys, give you the flip side of the coin, and give you my 5 reasons that are not so great about, or 5 things that are not so great about living here in Rehoboth Beach. These aren't meant to bash the town. I think Rehoboth is a great place to live. I live here, but it's just some things that you should be aware of and be cognizant of before you consider a move here or before making a move here, just so you're not caught off guard when you get here. I know every marketing piece and every tourism piece, all they talk about is for every area, how great the area is all the time, and you never really see anything with the not so great things. So I want to discuss those with you guys today, just so you can make the best decision for you. Number 1 on my list is going to be the summer crowds. We're known as the nation's summer capital. We see millions of people come here every year, whether second homeowners that are just here in the summer or tourists that are here for a summer vacation. We see millions of people come here every single summer, and it gets busy. So if being around a bunch of people is not your cup of tea, maybe one of the surrounding areas that isn't as busy is more suited for you. The beaches get busy, the boardwalk gets busy, you get some waits to get into restaurants. So if none of that sounds fun to you, then maybe one of the other towns nearby is a better fit for you. Number 2 on my list is going to be the lack of big chain stores. Now, those of us that live here prefer it this way, but the number 1 complaint that we often hear from residents that have just moved here, or new residents, is that we don't have a Target and we don't have a Trader Joe's and those kind of stores. We've got a Walmart here and we've got the outlet stores, but it seems like the Target and the Trader Joe's are what people are hung up on most. And I can tell you, if you're moving here and you're hoping that one of those gets put in, you're going to be waiting a while. I think you're going to have just as many people fighting you as you will supporting you. There's anybody that lives here longer than just a few months. We don't really want to see those big stores here. We prefer to shop small, prefer to shop local. So it's going to be an uphill battle if you want to get one of those stores in the town here. Number 3 on my list, and probably one of the most important for sure, is going to be housing prices. Rehoboth is one of the most expensive zip codes to buy a home in all of Delaware. I made a video before, and actually in my video last week, about how the cost of living is very reasonable, and it is. For the most part, every other aspect of your cost of living here in Delaware is pretty reasonable. But the kicker to that is the home prices themselves in Rehoboth Beach, that because it is so popular and the town's not getting any bigger, the home prices are very high. With a median sales price of about $600,000 through the summer of 2021, it's expensive. So for the typical, family or young couple or just young person, it may be tough to find housing here that's in what you would consider affordable. If you're not making a pretty high salary, it could be tough to find a home that's able to accommodate you. Number 4 on my list is going to be the infrastructure and medical facilities can't keep up with the growth in the area. We've seen an incredible amount of growth, incredible amount of new residents, especially through the COVID-19 pandemic, where a lot of people have been given the green light to work from home, and they're thinking, Why would I stay and pay high taxes in New Jersey or New York when I could go down to Delaware, pay lower taxes, and live at the beach? So we've seen an abundance of growth, and our infrastructure and medical facilities have just had some trouble keeping up. They're doing their best to take care of the infrastructure. They're adding some roundabouts to alleviate some traffic, working on the roads, but it's going to be a little bit before that stuff's all completed and we're finally up to speed. And by the time they're done with it, they'll probably need to add more, so it's a never-ending process. The medical facilities can be a tough one. There's a lot of places that aren't accepting new patients, which if you're someone that needs, regular medical care, it's something to consider when you're moving down here. I would advise that you start the search for a doctor prior to making the move down here. That'll help you get in the door sooner once you are here. And that goes for everything, for just general practice, eye doctors, whatever it may be. It's something that you need to consider. And if you're someone that needs regular help, you need to start taking those conversations seriously and looking now, because we don't have many places that are accepting new patients. Those that are accepting new patients are typically a few month wait to get in the door. So the faster you can get that process started, the sooner you can get in the door. Number 5, and the last reason on my list, is going to be the weather and our hurricane threats. The weather in the summer, especially July and August, it's hot and humid. With average temperatures in the mid 90s, humidity in the 70s, 80s, 90s%. It's hot and humid, and if you're not someone who likes the heat, it's gonna be tough to get used to. And then in the winter, our winters are fairly mild. We don't get a ton of snow, but if February, March, that kind of time frame, you're looking at probably 30 to 40 degree temperatures, but it's also pretty windy, so it feels cold. There might not be snow on the ground, but it definitely feels cold. And then we've got the hurricane threat, where we might not have a hurricane hit us every year, but we've definitely got usually one that threatens to hit us. We deal with a couple high wind storms every year without fail. So if the hurricane doesn't directly hit us, we definitely get the remnants of it, and you see a lot of trees and that kind of stuff come down. And we get a lot of heavy rainstorms. It doesn't rain a ton in the summer, but when it does, it seems like it all falls at one time. So we get a lot of rain. You get some flash floods in the lower lying areas. So it's something to be cognizant of. I would definitely ask for the flooding information when you're looking at homes. You don't want to buy a home that you don't know floods. Obviously they're supposed to disclose that information, and if you're supposed to get flood insurance, definitely do so. But flooding can be a concern in the area, especially the low-lying areas or the areas close to water. That's going to do it for today's video on the 5 not so great things about Rehoboth Beach. Like I said, it's not necessarily an all doom and gloom type of thing. I'm not trying to bash the city. I love living here, but marketing pieces aren't going to tell you the negative side of things. Tourism pieces only tell you about how great everything is. So I want to be open and honest, tell you guys, some not so great things about living here in Rehoboth, so that you're aware before you make a move. You can't say, well, shoot, nobody told me that. So it's just a little bit of information that I hope you found valuable. If you did take something away from today's video, do me a favor, hit the subscribe button down below, smash the notification bell next to it, so you can stay in the loop each week when we go live with these new videos discussing all things Coastal Delaware. And then, like I said before, if you're someone that's considering making a move and you got some questions or you need someone to help you out, that's what I do on a daily basis. I've got your back. I'd love the opportunity to help you. So I'll throw my information down in the description. Again, it'll be here on the screen. If I can help in any way, I'd be more than happy to. Look forward to seeing you guys next week. Peace.